For years now, it feels like Marvel hasn't really valued Captain America, and I don't understand why. He's one of their most popular characters. He's a symbol for the company. He was one of the most popular characters in the MCU when the MCU was actually doing well. Everyone loved Captain America, but it seems in the comics they never really capitalized on it. We had Ed Brubaker's legendary run, which was amazing, and then we had Rick Remender, who was mixed, but I personally enjoyed what he did. I liked the Dimension Z stuff and the nuke storyline, and yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked what Rick Remender did. I know not everyone did, but I enjoyed it. And then Cap got turned old, then we got Falcon Cap, and I fell off after that. And then we had years of just random writers on that didn't really do much. That weren't too great. We had Ta-Nehisi Coates on there for some reason, which it's hard to think of anyone more opposite of what a Captain America writer should be than that guy. So it's weird that they got him. And with this latest run, we had J. Michael Straczynski on here, which I was optimistic trying to be, at least for what he would do. He's done some great stuff back in the day, but I hadn't read anything of his in a while. He's known mainly for Spider-Man and Thor, and so I was interested to see what he would do with Cap. And it was a very mid-run. He did 16 issues, just ended back in December, and sadly it wasn't very good. There were some bright spots, mainly issue 4. Like, if you wanted to check out an issue of the run, I would say read issue 4. You don't need to know anything else of what was going on during that series. Check out issue 4. It's actually really good. It's one of the best fights I've read in a comic book in years. The way he is able to portray Cap's thoughts during a fight is amazing, and it's like you're in Captain America's head, and you're actually knowing what's going on, what he's thinking about during a fight. It's really good. So the first arc for Captain America, we'll come back to issue 4 and talk about why I like it so much. The first arc is just meh. It's got an A and B plot of the current day and the past, where back when before Steve had the super soldier serum, he stops this demon that was trying to do some stuff in New York. It's whatever. It's kind of boring, but in some parts it's interesting. But anyways, he stops this demon back in the 40s. In the present day, this demon's back. He doesn't know it at first, though, because this demon is possessing this guy that he fights later on. But at the beginning, the first couple issues aren't even really about that. Cap buys an apartment building, so he joins the ranks of like Hawkeye and Nightwing and others who have, purchased an apartment building and then run it for the community. Except in those stories, it's pretty interesting. In this, it's very boring because the first couple issues are just Cap like doing maintenance on his apartment building. Be like, hey, your plumbing's good. Like helping some guy that lives out of a van. And it's incredibly boring. That's my main problem with this run overall. Is it's boring. It's not egregiously bad for the most part. The second arc is pretty bad, or there's no like character assassination or going on or anything. It's not like Hydra Cap. Remember when that happened? It's nothing like that. It's just boring. But then issue 4 comes along. So in issue 4, this demon-possessed guy goes by, the emissary shows up. Cap doesn't know he's possessed by a demon. He's just this guy shows up that he's never fought before, and Cap is like, let me go down my checklist. This is what I like to do when I fight someone new. And he goes down this like sort of checklist he does to figure out if someone's level 1, level 2, level 3, or level holy crap, they're just insanely powerful. So he's talking about all these things he does, how like he does this move with his shield to see, like he throws the shield, he's like, oh, this guy catches the shield without flinching or nothing. Easy. He's past level 1. All right, let me try this right here. Oh, he's okay. He saw everything coming. He's past level 3. This guy's crazy. And then he gets hit with some fire and he's like, oh, that was demonic fire. This guy's a demon. Okay, I can't beat him in a fist fight. I've just got to survive and figure things out later. And I'm doing a poor job representing it, but it's written so well. It's really good. And the art in this issue is done by the fill-in artist, Lan Medina, who is really good. I like what he did. I like him a lot better than the main artist on the series. The main artist on the series was Jesus Saiz, assuming I'm pronouncing that right, which I'm probably not. And he's okay. He's a fine artist for like the 11th X book spinoff. But for your main Captain America book, he's not who I would really want. Again, it's not terrible, but he's not a premier artist. He's not a guy that will really, in my opinion, move copies, or you look at the book and go, wow. There's not really ever a page or a panel or anything where I'm like, wow, that was amazing. Whereas Lan Medina did a fantastic job. He killed it, and he fills in for a few more issues, and he is, to me, the best artist that shows up on this series. He did a really good job. I wish he would have been the main artist. And there's several other fill-in artists that come in. But again, no one really does that much. It's like Captain America, if Marvel really valued him, you think they would put in a premier artist, someone that would get eyes on pages, get readers to actually go to their comic shop and be like, hey, I want the new Captain America issue. That looks good. Instead, it's like, it's nothing really that's going to catch your eye or that is that good, sadly. But anyways, issue 4 is the only really good issue of this. It's not very interesting. Cap, goes against this demon. He has his apartment complex. It's whatever. It's not a terrible arc or anything. It's not, like, if you read it, it's not the worst thing ever. It's just meh. The second arc is awful. The second arc, Cap discovers this front door cabaret, which is this place that, like, exists sort of on another dimension where there's a bunch of freaks that get together to do theater and, like, talent shows. And it's just dumb as can be and really boring, and I don't get why this is a Captain America story. I don't understand what Cap is doing here. It's really stupid, and it's so uninteresting. That one's terrible. Again, it's a bunch of weirdos, like, mutants and others that just, like, show up this place because, like, this is where we have our community, and we're not ostracized, we feel together, and we do stand-up comedy and musicals. And okay, why is this a Captain America story? And we spend a whole arc on that, and it's just terrible. And then there's some other stuff happen. Then we get the final arc, which was 3 issues. Again, it just ended in December, the last 3 issues. And this was a Thor story that for some reason Captain America is a part of. Again, Jay Krasinski was known for Spider-Man and Thor, and he brings both of them into this final arc. And it's not terrible. Again, it's kind of boring, and it's like, why is Captain America involved in this? But there are some good character moments. There's some funny dialogue. The art's not very good. But it's just the whole time, like, why is Cap here? Because this arc, first off, it opens up with Cap, like, a neighbor comes to check on Cap, like, how you doing? And Cap just gives her this whole diatribe, like, just way too much. You know how it's like when someone asks, like, how's it going? You just go, like, it's going, or pretty good. You're not actually, like, gonna tell someone every single detail about your life at the current moment. Well, Cap tells her everything. He's like, back in the day, blah 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 blah, and blah blah blah, and it's just like, oh my goodness, and it feels really weird and like not a human response, because generally the dialogue's not terrible in this, but that part I was like, whoa, that wasn't done so well. But anyways, after that, Thor shows up and asks Captain America for some help because the God of Hammers destroyed Broxton, Oklahoma, and Thor wants Captain America's help restoring it. Why did he go to Cap? I have no idea. And Cap invites Spider-Man along because they had already made plans. So he's like, hey, Spider-Man, want to come help with this? And so it's Thor, Captain America, and Spider-Man trying to restore Broxton, Oklahoma. They end up going to Dark Asgard, which is like this mirror existence of Asgard where there's dark versions of the characters. They have to save a guy there to help restore Broxton, Oklahoma. And it's just kind of, again, like, why is Captain America here? I could think of like 80 other characters in the Marvel Universe that Thor should go to before Captain America for something like this. It's so weird. And then they restore it, and they get some rye bread, and that's how it ends. And that's the end of the series. And again, it's not like the worst arc or anything. It's just kind of boring, and it's like, why is this a Captain America story? I don't get it. But there is some hope on the horizon, because in July, we are getting a new Captain America series, a new #1. Can you believe that? Marvel never does that. They hate new #1s. Yeah, not really. We got Chip Zdarsky and I'm going to butcher this name, Valerio Shitty? I can't be shitty, right? There's no way that's how you pronounce that. Anyway, sorry for butchering that last name. I'm terrible with names. But it's the artist on the latest Avengers run. So, I like the artist. I think he's done some cool stuff. I like it. I think this is an upgrade. I think we finally have like a good artist, someone that can do some cool stuff where you'll look at some pages and actually want to spend like a little bit of time looking at it and be like, oh, that looks pretty cool. And so I'm happy with the artist pick. Now, Chip Zdarsky. I'm mixed on Chip because he just came off one of the worst Batman runs I've ever read. It was terrible. It was awful. I hated this crap with Failsafe. He is not a good Batman writer. But prior to that, he did a pretty good Daredevil run. I liked a lot of his Daredevil. The ending stuff with the hand and bringing everyone to do therapy was kind of not the best. It was whatever. But I enjoyed the majority of his Daredevil run, and it was pretty good, and I liked what he did there. And more importantly, years ago, he wrote Invaders. He wrote a maxi series for Invaders. It was like 11 or 12 issues, and he did a great Cap during that Invaders run. I really enjoyed what he did with Cap there. He had a great voice for him. I think I talked about in a video, a stream, or like I tweeted something. I remember saying something about how like, man, I would like Chip Zdarsky to write Captain America because he has such a good voice for Cap in this Invader series. And now, years later, in the year 2025, he's going to be writing Captain America. Also, I haven't been reading Avengers Twilight, but I heard that he writes a great Cap in Avengers Twilight. So that lends itself to believe that maybe he's just not meant for Batman, but he's meant for Cap. So I'm excited to see what he does with Captain America. We got a good artist. We got Zdarsky, who is a mixed bag, but could do some good stuff. Has proven before that he gets Captain America, but we'll see. This first arc sounds interesting. It's going to be when Cap first came out of the ice, when he first got thawed out, and he's going against Doctor Doom. It's his first encounter with Doctor Doom, so it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. That could be interesting. And we got some designs from the artist, and we got a new Cap suit. And it's like, oh, okay, I'm down. I'm excited. I'm going to be reading it. I hope it's good, please, because I'd love to have the Captain America series to sink my teeth into. I'd love to have a good Cap again. Because again, for me, it hasn't been since Remender, which was that back in like 2014 when Remender was last on Cap, sometime around there. Like it's been over a decade. It's been a long time. So, and not everyone loves Remender. That's just me. But yeah, it's been a while since we've had like a really good Cap run. So if Zdarsky could just hit the ground running with this and actually tell some cool stories, like, man, Cap could be back. Because, man, I've been reading some Mark Gruenwald back issues, and it's like, oh, wow, this stuff is really good. Imagine if we had this in the current day. Imagine if we had a good Captain America series right now. Because, again, like, over the years, we've had some good stuff with Cap in Avengers and other books, but not in his own title. We had Hydra Cap, where it's, what? We had Ta-Nehisi Coates, again, what? Like, why Marvel? Why were you doing this? During, like, his heyday in the MCU, when he's at his peak, his most popular, you go to your comic shop to pick up a Captain America book, and it's just garbage. But, hopefully, with this Zdarsky run, it's actually good, and it goes on for a while. I'm excited, but who knows? It'll probably be, like, somewhere between 14 to 22 issues until we're rebooted with a new #1 and a new creative team. But fingers crossed that doesn't happen. Anyways, I just wanted to rant about Captain America because he's one of my favorite characters. I like him a lot, and I get annoyed when we have these cool characters that are just benched or put on the shelf. Like I just talked about Iron Fist not long ago. I love Danny Rand. He's really cool, and there's a lot of cool stories you could tell with him. But instead, he's just relegated to the back line. He's just benched. And Captain America, I mean, technically he hasn't been benched because he's had his solo series over the years. But it feels like he's been benched because of how it feels like he hasn't been prioritized. It feels like it's like, hey, we have a Captain America series, but we're not really that proud of it. We're not really putting premier artists on it or premier writers. We're not really that proud of it, but it exists, you know? So it feels like basically he's been benched or shelved. But now, this feels more like an effort. Putting Chip Zdarsky and a premier artist on there, like this feels like an effort. So I'm excited. Anyways, I want to hear from you guys in the comments below. What have you thought of Captain America over the years, over like the past decade? What are your thoughts on what we've gotten from him? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think maybe you've really enjoyed what's been done with Captain America? Remember we had Mark Waid on Captain America for a little bit? That was not too great either. I read like a couple issues of that. Didn't really care for that either. But yeah, I want to hear from you guys in the comments below. And are you excited for this Zdarsky run? Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all later.
Hey, skinny boy, saucy boy, I be running to the bank. Yeah, you know I hit the gas in the whip full tank. Riding past the ocean while I'm listening to Frank.